needs to be. Tommy Love is working on it. He didn't want his guys to get it. Oh, good man, Larsson. Wow.
Arizona and UCLA, one of the best rivalries certainly in the West and in all of college basketball. Follow with the slam. Larsson, the Reddick
creates the steal. Larsson. Huge three. And that's 7 straight.
Through the last 4 years, Pelle Larsson built his reputation in college, and now he arrives at the 2024 NBA draft as an almost certain name we'll hear on draft night. After a season at Utah, the 6'5" Swedish native moved to Arizona, where he spent 3 more years with clear growth in different aspects of his game. A perfect complementary wing with some on-ball skills, he earns his bread on the defensive side of the floor, and that's where he'll start to make his case. A good lateral mover, Larsson isn't exactly your classic point of attack defender, but rather a wing defender with tools to switch up or down. Stays in a low stance with a strong lower body that allows him to keep in front of his man while being aggressive. Showcases a high IQ, taking away drives and earning offensive fouls by reading the attacker's intention. Patient and composed when opponents get to the basket, rarely jumps on pump fakes. Takes weird angles sometimes, allowing penetrations, especially through the baseline. Despite the low defensive stance, it takes a bit to react to step backs or side steps, looking glued to the ground at times.
Andrews, offensive foul.
Good screen navigator, especially against pick and rolls. Fights for every inch of space and tries to go over every screen. While he's not especially quick or flexible, he knows how to use his lower body strength to go through screens and earn his space. Able to switch to guards occasionally and stay in front of them due to his lateral mobility. Tries to stay active with his hands on dribble handoffs, looking to poke at the ball and force any turnover possible once he sees a small opportunity for it. Predetermines his moves sometimes, allowing offensive players the opportunity to go the opposite way of the screen and skate by him. Shows good recovering ability, but has a tendency to jump as he hurries to get back to his man who stopped for a pull-up jumper.
You cannot guard that because Kennedy did a nice job on his hip right there, and the floater just too good. 65.
Capable of switching up due to his lower center of gravity compared to bigger guys and the high level of pressure he always puts in every one-on-one situation, even in post-up situations. Interesting option to have on switches with bigs, especially with the way he tries to force them to get the ball as far away from the basket as possible. Lacks the size to consistently bang with bigs, and more skilled guys can shoot over him still, but it will be difficult for them to beat him with strength.
Up by 1. Woodsu throws it away.
Doesn't spend much time off the ball, since he's always looking to be where the action is and create havoc on the ball, but can still be a weapon when carrying off of it. Tries to be disruptive when he sees the ball in the vicinity, be it as a nail helper or rotating to a roller, looking to swipe at the ball at every opportunity. Aggressive with his man, stays active and doesn't give much space to players trying to get to the ball. The constant willingness to create problems on the ball allows some back cuts by his man as he's caught ball watching. Still, he is usually aware of his surroundings and his mission as a defender, and will deny easy opportunities to off-ball players while looking to get into the mix. As it happens in pick and rolls, he's really good at navigating screens and will follow his man consistently for the full possession if he has to, not giving up much space. Smart defender, he will read passing lanes quickly and switch on the spot if he notices that he's getting left behind.
Boy, Stanford just attacking you in transition, but it's a Larsson. A few words for Jones. Oh, yeah, too.
already used to being more of a connector and a player with a limited role on the offensive side of the ball, Pelle Larsson offers great complementary scoring with some versatility. Comes in as an efficient yet low volume outside shooter. The 3 attempts per game from outside the arc were a career high, but he'll need to adapt to a situation where he'll have to pull the trigger a bit more. The quick shooting motion is clearly a good sign, with Larsson hitting 42.6% of his shots, but he has an uneven shooting motion that leads to multiple different outcomes when he shoots. More than that, he usually brings the ball to his left before going up to his right, which forces his arm to constantly get in front of his eyes and block his vision. Shows some difficulties shooting in tight spaces and with a hand in his face. Still, he is as trustworthy as they come with a wide open shot.
A little bit, take your time.
Pelle Larsson. 3.
Well, he's been a secret.
Keeps moving without the ball and showcases some flashes of movement shooting. Besides relocating, the opportunities where he came off a screen or a dribble handoff exhibited a player with good balance and fluid movement from dribble or catch into a shot. He's not a consistent movement shooter as of today, but there's definitely potential there.
He's done senior day and got the start. He's also getting some minutes here late. As Larsson drills a 3, 21 now, 2 points away.
Don't be fooled by his efficiency numbers as a shooter. Larsson was much more of a driver last season for Arizona, looking to get inside at every opportunity, but with mixed results. He's really good at attacking closeouts since he gets ahead of steam and meets the defense at the basket, where he's able to absorb contact and still finish. But he struggles when he has to create a drive off the catch against a set defender due to his lack of bursts and ball security when performing more advanced dribble moves. That makes him more of a straight line driver who finishes more and much better going right, and teams started picking up on that.
Another European.
Larsson to the cup, throws it down.
Had more on-ball responsibilities this season, but it's clearly a work in progress. Tries to play it simple and shows zero hesitation pulling the trigger when the defense goes under a screen, again with great fluidity going from the dribble to the shooting motion. When he gets inside, he'll usually choose to go for a quick 2-foot stop and a turnaround, not panicking and trying to use pump fakes to his favor. Has some trouble against size on his pick and roll actions without a go-to move when the big stays with him. When he's able to take his man to the rim and thus the presence of a rim protector feels unnecessary, he'll usually score or draw a foul by shielding the shot and inviting contact. Once again, he'll mostly look to go right and will pull up if the defense forces him left.
9 fast break points now with that slam by Williams. Larsson on the step back, hits a 3. Pelle Larsson with his second 3, and he's 4 for 4.
Doesn't panic with the ball in his hands and has improved immensely as a passer, with close to 4 assists per game this season and clearly on the rise as the season went on. Really good at finding early entry passes and rewarding bigs for establishing their position at the basket. When he arrives at the offensive side, the first place he'll look to is the restricted area to try to feed his big man, and he is not afraid of going for those early passes. Capable of finding the roller with lobs after pick and rolls, he will not force the issue. Solid passer up top, Larsson will look for other options if a clear alley-oop isn't there. Shines as a connector and someone that keeps plays moving, be it by making the extra pass or using one dribble to shift the attention of the defense before finding an open teammate. The ball will not stick in Pelle Larsson's hands, and he'll commonly make the right decision.
Letting you have your thought and your moment in clear space.
I'm just automatically in defense mode. Look at the ball movement. Key shot.
One of the aspects where Larsson showed the most growth was in transition. Capable of advancing with the ball in his hands, but especially leaking out early and filling the wing, he constantly offers great opportunities to find easy scores and keeps moving without the ball in his hands. No hesitation on threes, efficient with a compact shot and quick release. When he goes inside, he's able to draw contact and still finish on the move with some interesting highlight reel finishes. When he decides to hesitate at the rim even for a second, it results in a turnover, but he usually makes everything simple.
Boy, bodies are flying in this thing.
Filipowski got knocked down. It's 5-on-4. And Larsson takes advantage with a three.
Pelle Larsson.
So, what's the case for Pelle Larsson as a draft prospect? As the video shows, it starts on the defensive side. A gritty, high IQ defender with intriguing size and capable of switching up or down doesn't come around very often and is something NBA teams are always on the lookout for, especially playoff teams. Offensively, Larsson doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective and usually finds the best way to help his team, but can also work with some on-ball duties. Ready to play now in the league, Larsson could, and should, in my opinion, be an option in the second half of the first round for teams contending for the championship right now.
4-1 start. The Trojans are 4-8 since. Pelle Larsson leaning in and count the basket plus a foul. And it's on Sellers, a 3-point chance for Larsson.